Okay, week number 2, which is a little bit weird because of the problems. I was going to give you comments on week 2 and then move to week 3 based upon those week 2 comments. But, we had some technical problems. Again, I apologize. Let's just keep in the same order. We'll look at Deborah's. Look at hers first. We'll just watch it through once.
One, two, three, four.
You asked for it, so we brought it back. The 2010 Jetted for only $179 per month. That's right, a 2010 Jetted, an all-time low price of $179 per month. Come to Escherman International today and drive home the very best in German design and luxury for an affordable price.
Escherman International, International.
Okay, good job overall. Feels nice. What I like is in the beginning how you start with the shot of the car and then cut to the girl. I really like that. It's pretty interesting. I never would have thought of that. It's a good cut. You cut on the beat, so it's good. My first comment is right here. Is when they say the 1, 2, 3, 4, it really calls out for an edit. Now, you're not the only one that's done it like this. When we were having problems, people were emailing me their assignments, and they weren't cutting on that 1, 2, 3, 4 either. It's not so much you have to cut on the 1, 2, 3, 4. You just got to do something. It's calling out for some type of edit. So just to keep this on the 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and now when we get in later, maybe it's an effect, maybe it's like a push in or something. But it does call for something here. So let's keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now, because we're looking at 30 seconds of airtime for a commercial, every frame counts. 30 seconds is not a lot of time. So what I want to point out here is, if we kind of come back a little bit, this shot right here, we've wasted frames on nothing. Okay, so we're looking at the open background, this exited frame, but it doesn't lead to anything else. It just leads back into the studio with the girls. So we're not really selling anything on this shot right here. So watch that in context.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look how many frames that are wasted just on this kind of open shot here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, good coming back on the beat. I like that. I think, to me personally, we're on this shot a little too long. You set up, and I could go through, if I had your project file, I'd go through and show you. You probably set up around maybe a second and a half edits, and then all of a sudden this shot is longer. So if you notice, the pacing of these first couple shots is a little bit shorter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Short, and then now we should have a cut maybe there, and into a close-up, which you do go to the close-up of the blonde girl. So that's good.
You asked for it, so we brought it back.
Those shots everything's great up to this point.
The 2010
It's great that you come in here.
Jetted for only $179 per month. That's right.
I love that you did this little turn here. I think that's a great way of transitioning between two shots.
$79 per month. That's right, a 2010 Jetted, an all-time low price of $179 per month. Come to it.
I think we may be on the car a little bit long here. Now, one thing that you could try and do is what's called jump cuts. I'm not sure if I explained this in this, or maybe it's down the line. What jump cuts are is if you have one shot and you cut it and then forward ahead in time. Okay, I'll try and send you an example of that with this footage maybe later during the week. But what it does is it makes it look like it kind of, it's in one spot and then it's wider and then wider, because we have this pullout here. So if you remove maybe a second of the pullout and then show the close-up, middle, and then wider, those are jump cuts where you're just removing moments in time. Those things could work kind of cool here, because the problem is the shot is a little bit long in terms of the pacing that you already set up in the commercial. Now the thing is the pacing, to the average viewer, they might not understand what's going on, but they might feel something, and that's, as an editor, you got to make them feel the pacing throughout the whole commercial, unless you want to drastically change the pacing. But the problem that you're doing here is that you didn't drastically change it throughout. You changed it for a shot. Okay, so let's take a look again.
That's right, a 2010 Jetted, an all-time low price of $179 per month. Come to Escherman International today and drive home the very best in German design and luxury for an affordable price.
Escherman International.
Okay, on that last couple hits, you might want to show the wide shot of the car and then go into here, because the problem is these girls just stop dancing.
International, kaya ikaw international mo.
And if you look at the girl in the background, watch this girl. She kind of stumbles a little bit.
International, kaya ikaw international mo.
See that stumble? So we definitely don't want to put that in a car commercial. We want to make them look glamorous throughout the whole thing. It might be a nitpicky thing, but you'll be surprised when you're dealing with clients how nitpicky they are, especially on product shots. So, not that this is a product shot, but it's leading into the end tag of the car. Now, on those couple hits, you might want to throw back in the wide shots of the cars and then end up on this last TDI shot.
Kaya ikaw international mo.
The other thing too is the girls just kind of look a little bit bored at the end here. I mean, they're smiling and stuff, but they're kind of just.
Kaya ikaw international mo.
But overall, it's good. I'm actually impressed that you went from the first week where it's just a girl walking across the street to this. You're actually thinking about pacing and the feeling of it. So you definitely comes across in that one. So really good job. Yeah, I think we can move on. If you have any comments, or if you're not clear about something, or if you want me to explain something a little further, just shoot me an email and I will take a look at it. Okay, so the next one is Shelly, is week 2. So James, here's yours. Let's take a look here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
You asked for it, so we brought it back. The 2010 Jetta for only $179 per month. That's right, a 2010 Jetta at an all-time low price of $179 per month. Come to Escherman International today and drive home the very best in German design and luxury for an affordable price.
Escherman International, kaya ikaw international mo.
James, great job. Really, really nice stuff there. Let's kind of go through this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Same thing here. Just look at the 1, 2, 3, 4. And what would be kind of cool is I like where you end up with the shot where the girl's spinning. So maybe after the 1, 2, 3, 4, you come back right on that
2,
spin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right there. Come back there.
4.
Your pacing. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear me over the volume here, but your pacing is great here.
You asked for it, so we brought it back.
Okay. Now, you hear that little high note here? We brought it back, and then it goes to a high note. That's a good place rhythmically to cut. So let's take a look here. Just listen for that after he says, we brought it back.
You asked for it, so we brought it back. The 2010.
It's actually right in the middle of it, but you hear that little high note. Let me try something right on that high note.
You asked for it, so we brought it.
Right there. Just, it's a little bit before there. Maybe that's where you might want to edit or do one of those kind of jump cut things that we were talking about, just because it's a really accented hit. So let's bring that hit out.
Back. The 2010 Jetta for only $179 per month. That's right, a 2010 Jetta at an all-time low price of $179 per month. Come to Escherman International.
It's good. And coming back to the shot again, it's not a bad thing. Maybe you might want to get a little bit further in the shot so you can see more than just this. You might want to see the hood of the shot. That might be a nitpicky thing, but it's all right. It could work.
National today and drive home the very best in German design and luxury for an affordable price.
Escherman International,
You come back in on the beat, which is great.
Affordable price.
Escherman International, kaya ikaw.
The only thing that I might say, just in kind of looking at this a second time, is we bring in the guy, and even before that, we bring in.
Affordable price.
Oops, I can't really stop it on the guy. So this guy. We might want to set him up earlier in the edit, maybe before we get to the car shots, just in terms of actually, like, you know, setting up who the dancers are, who the players are, so that when we get to it at the end, it's not just kind of random people. It might be a nitpicky thing, but just something to think about. Cool, great. I like the ending. You might accent it so that she ends there instead of bringing the leg down. You might want to cut. Watch you actually let her leg come down. So you might want to just cut right when she hits the height of her kick. you might want to bring it to the cut right there. Really good stuff, guys. Let's just say credit to the great teaching. No, I'm kidding. All right, bad joke. Anyways, really good stuff. I'm gonna take a look at your week 3, and so I'm gonna stop this video and jump on to week 3.